Hi, my name is Chef Cory Alexander, and I am your chef in the garden for this month. And today's recipe is going to be garlic edamus. Edamus is hummus made with edamame. So the first thing that we're going to do is to take this bulb of garlic. We're going to cut about 1/4 of an inch off of the top. It looks kind of like a honeycomb. Let's always make sure that you have an adult with you when you're using and handling knives. The first step here is that we're going to take the garlic and we're going to place it in the center of our tin foil, just like that. We're going to take some of the olive oil that we have and we're just going to drizzle a little bit inside the bulb of the garlic and just kind of wrap it all the way around the garlic, just like this, and kind of seal it to make sure that it's nice and tight. And then we're going to put our wrapped garlic into the oven. And the oven is set at 400 degrees. And we're going to keep the garlic in the oven for about 30 minutes. And next we're going to put the olive oil. We have 1/4 cup olive oil. We're going to put that right into the blender. And then next we're going to use a lemon and we're going to cut it lengthwise in half. And we're going to squeeze 1/4 cup of lemon juice into a measuring cup. And 1/4 cup of lemon could be different for different lemons. So in different times of the year, you're gonna get different amounts of juice from your lemon. In this case, it was the whole lemon that we used. We're gonna wanna make sure to remove all of the seeds because we don't want them in our edamus. So we'll just use a spoon and pull all those little seeds out. So after we've added the lemon juice, we're going to take a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and we're going to put that right into the blender. All right, and now we're going to add 1 3/4 cup of drained garbanzo beans. 1 can of garbanzo beans drained. So our garlic has been in the oven for 30 minutes. We're going to pull our garlic out and we're going to let that cool until it's cool to touch. So before we go any further, let's hear about how garlic is grown from Mr. Pickles.
All right, thanks, Chef Cory. All right, it's time to plant some garlic, and I want to show you how to do it. Garlic is called a head. There's a whole head of garlic, and then they also call it a bulb. I don't know why. Can you hand me a bulb of garlic? Well, wait a minute. This is a light bulb. No, not a bulb, light bulb. I need a bulb of garlic, please. Oh, yeah. All right, here. So they call this a head, also a bulb. So this is the garlic we're going to put in. A couple things just to note about this is you got to plant it pretty deep, but we're not going to plant this whole head. We're going to plant the pieces of it. So is there a clove? They call these pieces cloves or lobes, but cloves. Can you give me a clove? No, not a glove. No, not a glove. A clove. Never mind. Here, let me just break this up a little bit, and then I'll show you how this works. So there's a top and a bottom of this thing. The top is this part right here that's really the slim part. The bottom is right down here. It's a little bit flat right here. That's where the roots go. So there's a top and a bottom. I don't think these come with a T and the B written on them, so it's just you got to kind of look at this thing. But the little part like this, imagine this is where the stem is going to grow out. So that'll help you. And then this flat part is like, okay, this is where the roots are going to go. So that's the top and the bottom. So I don't know why they don't come with just a T and a B here. It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Here we go. Let me show you how to do this. And I'm going to slip it down in the soil. Just give it a little bury. And then it's going to just sit there and wait till the weather's a little cooler. And it's going to come up and start growing into a nice little garlic head. It'll spread out just like the beginning of that other head we saw. It's going to have a whole bunch of pieces on it just like that from that one clove. Yeah, clove. All right, back to Chef Cory.
Thanks, Mr. Pickle. Now that our garlic has cooled down to touch, I'm going to take the garlic and I'm going to squeeze it into our bowl. As you can see, our garlic is nice and soft So next, we're going to add the edamame. Many of you may recognize an edamame in the pod. If you open it, you will see that the little edamame beans are inside. The edamame is actually a really good vegetable for your body. It has fiber, protein for your muscles to make you strong, and it also contains a nutrient that can be converted in the body into omega-3 fatty acids, which is really good for your heart. I've already steamed them. These are already soft, and so we're just going to put those right into the blender. All right, so next, I'm going to add about 3/4 of the garlic into the blender. Garlic has many health benefits. It's very good for your heart, and it also helps keep colds away. I like the taste, and actually, after you roast the garlic, the flavor is not as strong. This isn't as strong as eating a raw piece of garlic because we roasted it. Now that we've added all of our ingredients to the blender, we're going to get our Edamus to a creamy consistency. So the texture of our Edamus at this point is a little bit too thick. I'm going to add some more liquid to give it a little bit more creamy consistency. And so I'm going to add all the rest of the lemon juice that I have left over into our Edamus. Now that our Edamus is fully blended, and I want to make sure that you see these sharp blades at the bottom of the blender. That's why it is always very important that you use a tool rather than putting your fingers in there. The blades are very sharp and it would be very easy to cut your finger. Now we're ready to spread our Edamus on pita bread. I really like pita bread because it has good fiber, and fiber is really good for your body. So let's use our spatula, spread it out to the sides. Look how awesome that color is. All right, and now I'm going to take my knife and cut this pita into 4 different pieces. One of the reasons that I like to do the Edamus on the pita is because I've made this with my 9-year-old son, and he loves it. This is his favorite way to do it, and I think that you'll enjoy it too. Let's give it a taste. That's wonderful.